Hey, what's good YouTube? It's Membo here, and today I'm bringing you guys my first NBA 2K21 video on next gen, along with my first dribble tutorial for this game. Now in this video I'm going to be teaching you guys some advanced combos that are super glitchy and are super effective. You guys are going to be moving different after you learn these moves. Now for the people who aren't quite ready for all the advanced stuff, if you guys want me to make a basic dribble tutorial for beginners, get this video to 50 likes and make sure to let me know down in the comments below, and I'll make it as soon as possible. Now, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to quickly show you guys my signature styles, and then we're going to get straight into the tutorial. Alright, so moving on to the signature styles, the only things you guys are going to need is the Pro 4 spin and the Pro 3 movement behind the back. The rest is completely up to you whether you want to copy it or not. It's all personal preference, but just make sure you're using Pro 4 spin and Pro 3 behind the back. That's what you need to do these moves. Alright, so now that you guys have everything you need to be able to pull off the moves, it's time for me to actually teach you guys. Now, in this tutorial, there's going to be two moves that I base every single combo around. Now, these two moves can basically go with every combo. The two moves I'm talking about is the stutter, and then this move right here, which I'm really not too sure on what to call it, but it is super clean, super deadly. Alright, so moving on to the first move. As you guys can see, there's a controller coming on the top left of the screen. Make sure to pay attention to that throughout the tutorial, as it'll make it a lot easier for you guys to learn. Now, the first move I'm going to be showing you guys is a stutter to a Pro 4 spin into the behind the back. Now, for the first step of the move, you guys just need to do the stutter. Now, to do the stutter, all you guys need to do is start with the ball in the left hand, and while holding R2, you flick your right analog stick to the right. Then right after you do that, you flick your left analog stick to the right, and in the same motion, you're going to flick it to the top, or you can flick it to the left, whichever feels more comfortable, and you're just going to hold it there. Alright, so on to the next step. All you guys need to do is repeat the previous step by doing the stutter. Now, when you do the stutter, you're just going to want to hold it for a little bit longer, and while continuing to hold R2, you're going to flick your right analog stick anti-clockwise from the left all the way down to the bottom. Also, while you guys are doing the spin, make sure to let go of your left analog stick, or you guys will get the wrong animation. Alright, so moving on to the next step, all you guys need to do is repeat all the previous steps. Now, when you get to the spin, all you guys are going to want to do is you're going to flick your left analog stick diagonally up to the top left, and then you're just going to hold it there. Alright, so moving on to the final step of the move, you guys are just going to want to add the behind the back in. Now, to do this, you're just going to want to repeat all the previous steps of the moves. Now, when you get to the part where you're holding diagonally up on the left, on your left analog stick, you're just going to want to flick diagonally down to the right on your right analog stick to do the behind the back, and you've completed the move. Alright, so now that you guys have the first move down, it's time to move on to the next move. Now, it's pretty much the exact same thing, except this time we're going to add a half spin, which is actually really easy. All you have to do is repeat all the previous steps of the other move, except this time, instead of doing the behind the back, we're going to be adding a half spin. Now, to do this, all you have to do is spin your right analog stick clockwise from the diagonally top left all the way diagonally top right. Then as soon as you do the half spin, you guys are just going to want to add the behind the back by flicking your right analog stick diagonally down to the right. Alright, on to the next move. Now, this move is a lot more simple and a lot more basic compared to the other moves, but it is just as effective. Now, the move that I'm talking about is a stutter to an explosive spin. Now, to do this move, all you guys have to do is do the stutter. Now, while you're doing the stutter, all you have to do is hold L2 and do a spin by spinning your right analog stick anti-clockwise from the left all the way until the bottom. And as soon as you do the spin, make sure to let go of L2 or it will put you into a post-up position. Alright, on to the next move. Now, I'm going to teach you guys how to combo with this move right here, and as I said earlier, I'm really not too sure on what to call it, but this move right here can basically go with everything, and I'm not exaggerating. So, when I teach you guys how to do it with one thing, you guys can basically put it with everything. I'm going to show you guys. Alright, so for the first example I'm going to be showing you guys of this move is with the little escape. Now, all you have to do is do the little escape by flicking down on your right analog stick. Then all you have to do is hold your left analog stick down until your player does that little animation where he turns around. Then in the same motion, you spin your left analog stick anti-clockwise all the way until you have it pointing diagonally up to the right. Then all you guys want to do to finish it off is to put it behind the back in. And to do that, all you guys have to do is flick diagonally down to the left with your right stick. Alright, now as I said before, you can literally put this combo with everything, and I'm going to show you guys some examples of other things you can do with it. But I'm not going to talk over it. I'm just going to have the clips with the controller cam, because literally, once you can do it with one thing, you can just do it with everything. It's the same movement, just with other things. And I'm going to show you guys some examples right now. Alright, so now that you guys have the basics down for the combo, it's time to add spins in. I'm going to show an example clip of it right now. Now, it's pretty much the exact same thing, except instead of adding the behind the back in, you guys are going to want to do the spin. Now, to do this, you're going to repeat all the previous steps, except when you get to the animation where your player puts the ball behind his back, you're going to spin your right analog stick clockwise from the right all the way down to the bottom. Then once you've done the spin, you're going to hold your left analog stick diagonally up to the right. Then the last thing you need to add is a behind the back by flicking your right analog stick diagonally down to the left. Alright, now as I said earlier, as soon as you're able to get the first move down, you're able to do it with everything else, as it's literally the exact same movement, just with different things. Now I'm going to do what I did earlier. I'm going to show you guys some more examples, but I'm not going to talk over them. I'm just going to show you guys the clips with the controller cam. Alright, now for the final move of the tutorial, we're going to be adding a half spin to the combo we just did now. Same goes as before, it's pretty much the exact same thing, but rather than doing the spin, we're going to be doing a half spin. Now to do this, you guys are just going to want to repeat all the previous steps as before, but once your player has put the ball behind his back, you're going to want to do a half spin, and to do that, all you're going to do is spin your right analog stick diagonally up from top right all the way to the left. Then once you do the half spin, you guys are just going to want to finish it off by doing it behind the back. And to do that, all you guys have to do is flick your right analog stick diagonally down to the left. Anyways guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. If this video did help you guys in any way, make sure to drop a like and let me know down in the comments below. I put a lot of time into this video, so I hope you guys did enjoy. And also remember to be patient. If you guys don't learn the moves straight away, just keep practicing, you'll get it eventually. It just takes time. And also, if you guys haven't already, make sure to go follow me on Twitter and go follow me on Twitch. Both of the links are down in the description below. But with all that being said, this is the end of the video. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.